Hello everyone, welcome back to this PENPOT course. This is the fifth lesson, and today we're going to talk about images, crops, and masks. As you can see, I already insert some elements that I brought from the third lesson where we discussed typography and gradients. In this lesson, we can enrich this interface using images that can make the main screen of a potential website feel more alive. On the left sidebar, I have grouped my elements. We have the main menu bar containing all the text items, so the login and sign up buttons, and the links for all news and about us. The very first thing to do is to create a rectangle. If I select the sign up button and use the alignment tool, I can ensure that the element I just created is perfectly aligned with the right edge of that button. When I insert elements into the page, I can choose specific reference points to ensure maximum consistency in the layout. And now I'll round the corner of this rectangle just a bit. Better before, okay. Okay, now let's start inserting our first image. To download free images online, I recommend the website Pexels. Let's search on the internet. For example, I can download um, some backgrounds images. Um, I will choose maybe a colorful one. I will click on it and go on free download. Let's come back to PENPOT. Okay. Use this button to insert your image. Once uploaded, the image has taken up a large part of our workspace, but I can definitely shrink its dimensions. I'm putting the image outside the board selection. The reason it covered the entire area of my board is that once loaded, the image takes the rectangle it was inserted into as a reference. So the artboard rectangle is being used as a so-called fill mask for the image I just uploaded. To avoid this, I can move it, as I already did, and use the Shift key to resize it proportionally. At this point, I want to place this image inside the rectangle I created earlier. I make sure it covers the entire space. I'm selecting both the rectangle and the image while holding Shift. I'm right-clicking and selecting Mask. You will see that the image has taken on the dimensions and proportions of the rectangle. So creating a mask means fitting an image within a predefined perimeter. Okay, let's try the same thing with a rectangle that has no fill. I'm removing its fill, creating a stroke. I'm typing a 20 pixels of stroke, rounding it. I'm selecting the same image, I can also copy it right from here, putting outside of the mask group. And again, now what happens in this case? Since our rectangle doesn't have a fill color but only a stroke, when I'm selecting the image and the rectangle to create a mask again, as you can see, the image is only visible within the colored portion of the plane, in this case our stroke. So you should remember that you cannot create a mask inside a geometric shape that has neither a fill color nor a stroke color. You must ensure that the geometry used as a mask has at least one of these two features. Let's try with another image for the mask to work. I will create another board. I'm selecting another image now using the circle. I will show you what happens when you accidentally create a mask with the geometric shape above your image. When you click mask in this case, you will just see the fifth color of your original shape, and it is an unexpected result, but it would easily be solved by just going into the mask group and inverting the position of these two elements. And again, this way you can correctly display the image you wanted to crop inside the circle. Remember, you can always change the dimension and the scale of your image once you're inside the mask group. Okay, I'll show you how to create custom mask, inserting another image. In this case, you can create custom crops by using the pen tool. I'm selecting my object from this image. So the object I want to cut. Now what happens? You will certainly select these two elements and click on mask. But in this case, even if you will think that by changing their position, the image will appear, it is not the case you wanted, because there's only a stroke and not a color field. So always remember what I told before. So let's go back. And once you created a path, for example, you can insert a color field by just pressing plus, and now your image is ready to be masked. Again, once you go here, your image is ready. So now that you know how to crop your images, I've found by just experimenting with these tools, you can personalize your website boards as you prefer. For example, you can click on this image and lower the opacity. Also, you can darken, multiply, and have different effects for your image when it's above, for example, um, a rectangle, like in this case, which has a color field that combined with these effects will have different color combinations. Okay, I think that's all for this lesson. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.